Hey everyone, Will here from Mature Minded Gamers, and we are looking at the early access build for Frosthaven. We played a lot of Gloomhaven, not only in the board game form, but also the digital form as well. You can check out those videos on our channel. We are going to be doing the tutorial mission, walking you through that, seeing how the game plays, how it's a little bit different than Gloomhaven, and go from there. So there is a campaign where you can new load, you can play multiplayer. The extra is more codex as far as like information about the cards, the actions, tutorials, monsters, heroes. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial. Training Grounds covers the basics. I welcome you, guildmate. Before setting off, let's make sure we go over the basics. After all, the guild needs to be confident you'll survive the coming trip. Use the WASD keyboard keys or left mouse button to drag to move the camera. So, looks pretty good, graphically wise. To rotate the camera, use Q and E. Zoom out the camera using the mouse wheel, so you can zoom out pretty far. And you can spin the camera as well. Ability cards represent the actions heroes can perform during the course of the game. This includes movement on the field. Heroes can usually use 2 ability cards per turn. You can view an ability card in detail by inspecting it. Move the mouse cursor over one of them and use T, keyboard key, or middle mouse button. Click to inspect it. Alright, so it gives you more detailed information about what each of the actions are, whether it's melee, ranged, an ability, or an action. Select both of the ability cards. Again, same thing, this gives you what the effect is, Pierce. Press the end selection, so I've selected both of the cards. Start your turn. For each hero, select 2 ability cards. Each ability card is divided into 2 parts, top and bottom. Each part represents an action. A hero must perform at least 1 top, 1 bottom action during their turn. Activate 1/2 of either card. Let's go ahead and use the move here. Since you selected the movement in action, tip of the spear ability card, you can move up 4 hexes on the grid. So click on the grid we're going to go to, left mouse button click on the highlighted door hex, and then press the confirm movement, which is down here. You moved only 3 hexes prior to opening the door. You can move 1 more hex. Let's take this final step now. As before, left mouse button click on the highlighted hex, and then press the confirm move button to move. I see you made it through. It was quite easy, wasn't it? Well, yes it was. You have 1 action left, and it's required to use it to end your current turn. Since you've already used a bottom action, you must now use a top action. Let's use it to execute an attack. Alright, so we're going to select this one here, denoting that it's ranged. Select the top action of the Javelin ability card, and this is range 3. You can also mouse over it, which is nice, tells you what it does. Left mouse button, the Guild Mentor. Confirm target. Got him! Did 2 damage to him. Victory! Ouch, you got me good. This covers the basics. Now let's proceed with more advanced tips. Alright, let's continue on. Survival far north is dependent on your combat skills. Let's proceed with exploring more advanced topics. During combat, participants take turns based on initiative. The card with the lowest initiative value is played first. The participant's turn order is displayed on the initiative track, which is located at the top of the screen. Unlike before, you now have a total of 10 ability cards, which form your hero's hand. To begin, select the Javelin and tip of the Spear cards for this round. Pay attention to their initiative value displayed on the left of the card's name. 21 versus 67. So select 1, select 2. An important thing to remember, the initiative of the first selected card determines the hero's initiative for the current round. Don't forget to confirm your selection by pressing the end selection button. Guild Mentor is going at 99. During the hero's turn, you'll still be able to play the selected ability cards in any order, but their initiative won't change. There are 2 types of attacks, melee and ranged. Melee, attack only adjacent targets. Ranged, attack adjacent or distant hexes. Select the top main action of the Javelin card, which is this one here. So it is range 3, and an ability compared to range 3 means it can target 3 hexes away. Ranged attack. Although ranged attacks can be used to target enemies and adjacent hexes, this results in disadvantage. For such attacks, 2 attack modifiers are drawn and the weaker one is applied to the attack. To avoid attacking under disadvantage with our ranged attack, we need to get some distance first and attack from there. Use the undo button. Ooh, I like that. To revert the selection of the hero's last action. Select the bottom main action at the tip of the spear to move number of hexes away from the guild member. 4. Alright, so let's move away. Left mouse button on the highlighted hex and then press the confirm movement button. We already learned how to do that. Your hero spent 2 movement points to pass through a single terrain hex. Since your action had a total of 4 movement points, you were able to reach your destination. You have 1 movement left, but you are still good spot. Let's skip it by pressing the skip movement button and finish the action, which is right down here. Perform an action discards the ability card, making it unavailable for selection in the next rounds. If your hero runs out of cards before the main quest objective are complete, the quest is over. This is a good spot to perform a ranged attack. Select the top main action of the Javelin card. Now select the Guild Mentor and execute the attack. +1. Bam! Hit him for 4. When executing an attack, the damage dealt by the attacker is based on the damage value of the action used plus a randomly drawn attack modifier. The attack modifier selection list are possible attack modifiers which can be drawn during combat. Some of them can be drawn multiple times during the quest. The attack modifiers can be customized via the perk screen once you gain access to it. When ready, close the window to continue. So we got a miss, we got a couple -2, or 1 -2, a couple -1s, +0s, +1, +2, a ×2. No inventory, no negative or positive conditions. No experience, alright. All actions performed throughout the round are listed in the battle log displayed in the lower right part of the screen. It's a handy tool to keep track of things unfolding in each skirmish, including which modifiers you've drawn, how much damage was done, what infusions you have. Now that you've performed your action, you can end your turn and it's the enemy's turn to act. Unlike heroes, most enemies can perform only 1 action in their turn. Great tactical thinking. Get ready for my next move. Holy shnikes. An attack has landed on your hero. Normally that would deal damage and cost health points, but there are ways to eliminate or reduce that by making other sacrifices. To avoid receiving damage from attacks, you can use the following options. Lose 1 available card or lose 2 discarded cards. Choose the lose 1 available card option, which is down here by the undo spot was. Select the Unbreakable Wall card. Press the Lose Unbreakable Wall to confirm your choice. This loses the card and your hero avoids receiving damage. Lose or choose another card. We're going to choose Lose. Losing ability cards to avoid damage should be used strategically and sparingly since you are no longer can recover them during current quest. Any lost cards can be used again when you start a new quest or restarting the current one. Despite not taking damage, the attack managed to inflict a status effect in you. The inflicted effect is immobilized. It will prevent you from moving until it's removed. Status effects are beneficial or penalizing conditions which affect a character until they are removed. A new round begins! Just this once will remove the immobilized status effect without you having to do a thing. At the start of the new round, you can either choose which 2 ability cards to play or to perform a rest. There are 2 types of rest. Short. You must lose 1 discarded ability card at random to recover all other discarded cards. You can then select 2 cards to use for that turn. Long rest. You must lose 1 discarded card ability to recover all other discarded cards and heal yourself for 2 hit points. You can't select any other cards to play for the round. There is no need to perform a rest since you still have plenty of cards to use. Select the deflecting maneuver and regroup cards. Press end selection to start your turn. Let's do it with the low one and then the high one. Yeah. Note there are actions in the middle of each ability card. These are the basic actions of the card. Basic attack. You deal 2 damage based on the base damage to the target. Basic move. You can move up to 2 hexes. The main actions of the cards are more powerful than the basic ones. However, some of them lose the card upon usage, such as... Let's see when that does. The main actions of the cards are more powerful. Yeah. Some situations are best handled by sticking to the basic actions. Select the basic action of the deflecting maneuver card. Just going to hit him for 2. Select the guild mentor and execute the basic attack action. Confirm target. I've taught you well. I'll go tend to my wounds. Enjoy your spoils. When defeated, some enemies drop loot. In order to pick it up, a hero you control needs to be on the next hex. On the hex, the loot is located before the end of the turn. Additionally, some ability cards include actions which also allow for loot collection. Select the basic move action of the regroup card. Select the hex where the loot bag is and execute the move action. Confirm movement. You need to be on this hex when the turn ends to collect the loot, so press the skip movement button to finish the move action. Press the banner spear's turn button to complete your turn. Victory! You are showing great potential. Let's proceed to my final lesson. Continue. It's time to begin your final test. Let's see how you'll fare against multiple opponents. I brought my trusty hound with me for this one. Fear not, as you won't be alone in this challenge. Meet your aid for the day, the Inox Drifter. He's cool. Your party size can be between 2 and 4 heroes. To switch between the heroes, you can use the party column located left side of the screen. Okay? Since you control 2 heroes, you must select ability cards for both of them. Remember, you need to select 2 cards for each hero. First, let's select Deflecting Maneuver and Javelin cards in the for the Banner Spear. Deflecting Maneuver, Javelin. Now let's switch to the Drifter hero by left mouse button click on their portrait in the party column. You can also select the Drifter by left mouse button clicking on them in the field. With Drifter selected, choose the Violent Inheritance. Alright, and the Prudent Preparation cards. Alright then. Finally, let's complete this card selection by left mouse button clicking on the End Selection button. Continue. Select the basic move action of the Deflecting Maneuver card. Move to the highlighted hex. Confirm movement. Important, pay attention to the traps and avoid stepping onto one as your hero will take damage. Movement abilities, which include a jump action, are a great way to avoid traps, difficult terrain, and obstacles. Select the top main action of the Javelin card and execute the attack on the Guild Mentor. Throw our Javelin again at the Mentor. Here we go, confirming the target. Boom, 3 damage. End the Banner Spear's turn. Start by selecting the top main action of the Prudent Preparations card to apply a self buff on the Drifter. What we got here? We got a Shielded and we got Retaliation. Retaliation 1 and Shield 1. Shielded character reduces all incoming damage by X points of the attack. Multiple shield bonuses stack. Shield bonuses only apply to the attack abilities and do not stop other forms of damage. Retaliate is a status effect that allows the character to automatically respond to an attack. A retaliating character inflicts X direct damage to any attackers within range. If its range is not specified, then it only applies to adjacent attackers. Multiple retaliate bonus stack. Alright. Let's go ahead and do the Prudent Preparation. Note that the main action consists of 2 abilities. These are executed top to bottom. This means you first need to do the shield buff ability and then the retaliate buff ability. Confirm our target of ourself. This being a self buff applied means the Drifter is selected by default. Press the Confirm Targets button. That's cool looking. When the buff applies, let's proceed with attacking. Select the bottom main action of the Violent Inheritance card. This is another main action which consists of 2 abilities. First, select the highlighted hex. Press confirm. This is a good spot. Skip the remaining movement by pressing the skip movement button. Now select the hound and press the confirm targets. To execute the ranged attack ability, which is going to be 3 damage at 3 range. Here we go. -1. Press the end drifter's turn button to conclude your hero's actions for this round. I got some healing potion. Oh, the drifter is tough hero and Kasane taking some damage. Press the receive damage button to continue. There's my retaliate, doing damage back. These attacks are weak, so you can afford to take more damage. Press the receive damage button to proceed. You may also notice that the retaliate buff triggered both times when the drifter got attacked. Yes, I did. Select the pincer movement and unbreakable wall cards for the banner spear. Pincer movement, unbreakable wall. Select the vile assault and the bloodletting cards in your selection. Continue. Since the drifter got hurt, it's now a good time to use the healing potion looted earlier. Left mouse button, click on it to select the healing potion. Press the confirm targets button to use the potion on the drifter. Select the bloodletting cards, bottom main action. Select the guild mentor. He's got a bleed. Wound is a negative status effect that is affected characters suffer 1 damage at the start of each of their turns. A heal ability will cure the wound. Select the vile assault, main action. Select the guild mentor for the first ability. What effect do we put on here now? Poison. It's that effect that increases attacks against the poison target by +1. The heal ability will cure poison, but have no other effect. Attack the hound with the second ability. Press the end drifter's turn button to end the hero's turn and switch to the banner spear. There's a good opportunity for you to use a pattern-based attack. These actions are powerful, but require a specific positioning of your heroes and enemies to be executed. Use the bottom basic action of pincer movement to move to the highlighted hex. It wants me to move here to take damage. Oh, and activate the trap. Great. Wonderful. As previously mentioned, going over a trap activates it, and you will take damage. You can afford to take the damage since the banner spear is at full health. Press receive damage button to continue. Since you are now where you need to be, to skip the remaining movement by pressing the skip movement button. First, let's examine the pattern in the top main action of the unbreakable wall card. Okay. The gray hex, which is this one here. The position needs to be occupied by the banner spear. So that's here. Blue hex, this position needs to be occupied by an ally character that he would need to be here. Red hex is position of where the attack will land. Ideally, you'll want all red hexes to be occupied by enemies. Interesting. So I'm on the opposite side. According to the pattern, your ally needs to be occupied at a hex to the left. Yep, that's what I just said. Currently, the drifter is occupied to the right. We need to do something. Now that we know the pattern, let's select the action. Press the R button to flip the pattern. Move the mouse cursor to align the pattern so all positions are properly matched. Okay, so you spin it around it, it kind of changes it. That's cool. When done, left mouse button click to lock the position of the pattern. You may notice that not all red hexes in the pattern are occupied by enemies, but that's okay. As long as the banner spear and the drifter are occupied with proper hexes, you can execute the attack. Press the confirm targets button to do that. Oh, nasty. Great work. Now press the end banner spear's turn button to end the current round. Victory! You have mastered all I had to teach you. I will report back to the guild that you were adequately prepared for the trip ahead. I wish you safe travels, and will gladly hear the stories of your adventures if we are ever to meet again. Alright everybody, that's the tutorial mission for Frosthaven in early access right now. Be sure to check us out at maturemindedgamers.com as we continue our adventures into Frosthaven.